Hey guys, what's up? Cardfight here, and today I'm here with a Link Joker deck profile. This is a Chaos Breaker Dragon deck profile. You guys voted for this. This came in second. Well, it's first now because everybody voted afterwards. But yeah, this is the deck that I've been playing with. It's pretty good. There are some changes that can be made to this, but I didn't make it yet because either due to time constraint issues or resource issues. So right now I'm just going to show you my deck profile. So for the starting Vanguard we have Dusttail Unicorn, Starvader Dusttail Unicorn. Very good starter. Effect is when your opponent has a locked unit, you can counterblast one and move this card to Soul to lock one of your another one of your opponent's units. He's pretty important in triangle locking your opponent's field, so he's there for that reason, and it's nice. It's a cheap and good way to lock your opponent's units. Next, I run 3 Chaos Breaker Dragon. One of the changes that I want to make is to run 4. But at the moment, I sold all of mine, so I have only 3 left, and I'm gonna get some more from my boss. But until then, I'm just gonna run 3, which is not really a problem. 3 is fine. I don't have any problem drawing into him, or having him. Just having him in my hand is not a problem. So I run 3. Next I run 4 Starvader Infinite Zero Dragon. If I did have a 4th Chaos Breaker Dragon, I would take one of this out and replace it, because actually it really depends on what your meta game is like. It depends on people on your locals. A lot of people who like to rush down. Times where people like to rush down, I feel like break riding is a little unnecessary, because you'll be at 4 damage on the turn you break ride, and you'll be in the danger zone. So it really depends on what the playstyle of your of the players in your locals are, because I've been playing this deck in a few different locals, and it's been having different results in different locals. So yeah, just a heads up. Next I run 3 Colony Maker, Starvader Colony Maker. For those of you who don't know its effect, it's counterblast 1. If when this card is placed on a rearguard circle and your opponent has a locked unit, you can counterblast 1 to superior call 1 grade 1 or lower Starvader unit from your deck. It's a +1, and it's really good because you don't have to put it in the same column. The main reason I don't run 4 is because she is completely dead early game. You can't really do anything with her until you actually lock one of your opponent's units, and yeah, so there's that. Next I run 2 of the 10k attackers. This is a card that I find kind of useful. It's really good in mirror matches, because when your opponent rides Mobius Breath Dragon, they're probably going to have a Dusttail Unicorn behind it, so it'll only be a swing for 14k, and when you tank a guard, it'll be a no pass. So yeah, it's just an ideal card to ride into. Since I personally don't run Mobius Breath, since a lot of people at my locals now are running 10k grade 2s, so just to counter Mobius Breath, and I guess that's just the Hong Kong meta, but yeah, that's why I run 2, and that's why I don't run Mobius Breath Dragon. Next, I run 2 Claw Starvaders. I run 2. It's a pretty decent card to have. It's not. This card is not as good in this deck as it is in a Nebula Lord deck. But I run this card because he will be an 11k attacker by himself once you lock something. Which I guess, you know, you can actually run the other card instead, except that card is an 8k body. So it's not really nice to ride into or call on turn 2. So that's why I run this card instead. Yeah, it's just a personal preference. You can actually take these out for Mobius Breath if you want, but I would not. So next, I run for Star Vader 12k attackers. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. He's a 12k attacker, so yeah. Radon, I think his name is. Next, I run 3 Neons. He's the 10k attacker, 12k attacker, 10k. This is the 10k attacker for Star Vaders. I run 3 early game beatdowns, pretty useful. And then I run 3 of the Relocker. Yeah, he's been a pretty good card. He's a pretty star player against reverse decks, since your opponent will lock their own units, and then you can relock them, so that you penalize them for you penalize them for basically using their effects. So that I really like that. I don't run 4 because I find a lot of times I will have a lot of them dead in my hand, so I'd rather have some other cards to use in place of him. So next I run 3 the Grade 1 Claw Star Vader. This card is actually really star in the deck. This card has been putting in a lot of work for me since he does become a 9k booster when you lock one of your opponent's units, which is what you usually do. Usually you lock one, or because you break ride Stardust Tail Unicorn, and you kill 3 plus 3 or plus 6. I mean, and then actually I'll explain that later. But yeah, this card is really good. 9k booster works really well with this guy. You can form 21k columns really easily, so it's just a really good card overall. Puts a lot of work in. Next, I run 2 Chaos Speed Dragons. He's the personal booster for Chaos Breaker Dragon, except you don't have the Soul Blast. His cost is, when your opponent has a locked unit, this card will boost Chaos Breaker Dragons for 11k, so you have a 22k column. Yeah. And then I run 4 Perfect Guards. 4 Perfect Guards. Pretty self-explanatory. I run 7 crit and 5 draws. This is a really weird lineup because I personally really like this lineup because I've been playing 8 crits, and I feel like early game I don't have like a lot of stuff that I want to ditch. So having those draw triggers will, give you an easier choice to ditch. So it's good, and that extra draw power is also pretty good at overwhelming your opponent. So there's that, and then I run 4 heals, pretty self-explanatory. Alright, so a lot of times people, actually before, a lot of people question the ruling of how his effect works. Actually, I didn't explain his effect. Chaos Breaker's Dragon's effect is Limit Break 4. When an opponent's card becomes unlocked on their during opponent's end phase, when their cards become unlocked, you can Soul Blast 1 to kill that unit, and then you can draw a card. You can use this effect 3 times if 3 units are unlocked. So you just Soul Blast 3, and you kill 3 units and draw 3 cards. You can, you probably know why this card is so good now. It's really good. It's a +6 if you do the triangle lock. Actually, it's a +5 if you do the triangle lock, since you do have to shove Dusttail Unicorn in Soul, but it's still really good. This card is really good. This is actually one of the cards that do not require you to break ride in order for them to be really good. Unlike Nebula Lord, this card can pull its own weight even if you don't break ride. It is a little harder to win if you don't break ride, but it's still a really good card, and you won't lose if you don't break ride. Nebula Lord, a lot of times you will have a hard time struggling, but this card's just really good. It's a really good card. It's well worth its price. It's probably the most expensive card in the game right now, and it's good. It's expensive for a good reason. So yeah, this deck is really good at gaining hand advantage, hitting high numbers, and doing a lot of other shenanigans. So that's why this deck is just really good overall, and expect a bunch of Chaos Breaker Dragons to top. Actually, I think they are already. Anyway, this is Karotaku, and I will see you guys later. Bye.